Howdy, howdy, I'm back. Alright, so I took a little bit of a break since the last episode. It's the same day, but basically I didn't do anything. I didn't get any more sounds. I basically just looked around and was thinking about what I want to do next. Because planning your ideas is almost a huge part, just almost. Some people really just kind of get around just kind of doing what they want at any given time. Sometimes ideas hit them like a train, you know what I mean? Sometimes ideas just kind of come out of nowhere and it hits you like a lost kid in a Walmart parking lot with a drunk driver around. It just really comes out of nowhere and just smacks you in the face sometimes. And so I was just basically sitting around trying to think of what to do next, and I figured I'd work on the pellet refinery. I'm not really entirely sure how that would look though. As you can see, as discussed, I'm not exactly the greatest when it comes to modeling this kind of stuff, so yeah, it doesn't exactly look the greatest, but no worries. I'm also debating on making a second maze, but no thoughts on that yet. That'll have to come in a bit. We might do some UI today, I don't know. But for now, let's just make a refinery. Nothing too special, just some kind of something that the pellets can touch and then just increases their value. Doesn't really have to be anything special. So let's think. Uh, ugh. That seems pretty good enough. You don't gotta be perfect with everything. 0.25. We're gonna make this neon. Actually, let's make this a force field like that. Let's make it a color like red. The things about force fields is they're pretty interesting. We're gonna make this negative transparency so it sticks out a little bit more better. Um, Maybe we could give it a better color. And that actually looks pretty good. Mm, Here, let's group that real quick. We're gonna make this non-collidable. We're gonna anchor the whole thing. And we're basically gonna put a script inside of here. This script, let's find the one pellet detector part. Here it is. Mm, refiner. Refinery, I guess. It doesn't really matter. It just, I'll just name it collector for, whatever. Alright, so we have this script, just detects pellets, and instead of destroying the pellets, we're going to make that pellet value more, equals 2. So basically we're raising the pellet value from 1 to 2. Now I think we should give it some kind of graphical change. Um, I'm not really sure what we should do though. How would we define it as more refined, so to speak? Uh, we could change the material. Part dot material equals glass. Let's just try that for now. We're gonna play here. Oops, sorry. Put our pellets in. There we go. Hmm. No, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Let's get that collector. Oh yeah, we forgot to do that. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Completely slipped my mind. Here we go. That's better. All right. I should fix that. I'd say that worked, but hmm. Maybe we could give it some kind of sparkle effect. How's that sound? Let's make a something relatively shaped like a pellet, I guess. I think they're a little bigger than that. That's probably good enough. Let's make it glass. All right, let's say particle emitter. Now, I don't know how many of you actually know how to use this, but so this might look a little weird, but we're gonna turn the speed down, lifetime like, I don't know, zero point 0.1 second or something. The rates, we'll figure out in a second. We gotta wait for all this extra stuff to despawn. Let's make the size way smaller. Okay, we'll make it point 0.1, but we'll give it an, actually we'll make it 0.2, and we'll give it an envelope of 0.1, which means it could be anywhere within zero point 0.1 of its size. So it's basically like a random number. We're going to give it an offset so it pops up on top. There we go. Size. Actually, we're going to make it. That looks good. Rotation. Anywhere from just random rotation, why not? Influence 0, but we will give it a light emission. Alright, let's drop that rate down to like 5. And then we'll make a second one. Make that rate like 3. I don't know. 8, I guess. Okay, let's make the lifetime last a little longer. Okay, that looks nicer. Alright, yeah. Particle emitter, and then basically gonna lock it to part. Alright, let's copy that particle. We're gonna put that in the script. Paste into. And part dot find first child of class particle emitter is equal to nil. So that way, in case, so as long as it doesn't already have a particle emitter. We're gonna put 2 of them in there. Okay, we should be able to just delete that. All right, let's play here. Another sparkling. All right. Oh man. So far, so good. All right. Hmm. What else could we do? All right, let's make this an actual thing real quick. Pellet refinery. Let's put this in the purchases. Let's close some of these. Actually, keep that open. Close collector. Oh. Um. We can close some of these. It's taking up too much room. All right. Pellet refinery. Purchase pellet refinery. Now, later down the line, we can incorporate some like little thing that kind of makes it look like it's building it. You know what I mean? Just a little effect or something. But we'll get to that later. Right now we're just trying to make this kind of a bare bones tycoon. So far so good though. What else should we do? How about, I don't know about doing this yet. Um, how about some pathing? That actually might work out pretty well. Let's get some basic pathing. That sounds pretty good. Um, duplicates. Okay, so in some cases, tycoons have something called progressive purchases, which is basically where you buy one thing and it opens up another thing, right? And we don't have that yet, so let's make a system for that. But first, we need things that are progressively buyable. So we're gonna do that real quick. So we're gonna make a little path here. 2, 1. There you go. Let's make a little path along here. Duplicate. We're gonna pick those up in a bit. Just give me a second. That looks much nicer. Let's group this up. We're gonna call this uh, path 1, and we're gonna make this a purchasable. Now we're gonna put everything that's here inside of path 1, basically. All these buttons. So we're going to take this, all that. No, not that. We're going to leave that there, but we're going to put that inside of path 1, basically. That's weird. Why didn't it go inside? Oh, I must have messed it up. I'm stupid. Okay. Select all these, put them inside path 1, boom. Alright, now if we delete path 1, these shouldn't exist anymore, which is good. Um, oof. Now we're gonna make a button here, duplicates. And we basically kind of have to like teach our players how to do this. Basically just progressively kind of like leaning them into this. I know it's kind of in the ground, I'm sorry, but you just got to deal with that. This path's not gonna be here, so it's, well, let's move this out actually. This path's not gonna be here, so I mean it's just gonna be this. Oof. Um, oh man. We're gonna name this. Why are there two heads? Is that normal? Did I accidentally I did! I accidentally I accidentally deleted the. I mean, I duplicated the head itself and not the button. Man, I really just. I think I'm just stupid. That's it. I think I'm just stupid. All right. Purchase path, and this one's gonna be free, obviously. This is basically how you get to the first thing, and we're gonna make it purchase path 1. Now, because the way our Tycoon Manager works, if we buy this, these buttons aren't going to work because it's only giving detection to the already existing buttons like this one, and this. But for things that are inside this model, they're not going to get detection. So we have to fix that. So what we're going to do is we're going to open our, we don't have our Tycoon Manager open. There it is. We got to add our, we got to go to our purchase bit. All right. Now let's think. Oof. Uh, Now, we're not going to be able to do this in here, so we're going to have to give this some kind of function that lets it do this. So, um, let's make a function. We're going to call it local fix buttons. That sounds pretty good. Oh, oops. Function. We don't need to make it a local function. Fix buttons, and then object that we're scanning for buttons. And so what we're going to do is basically they're going to, when we buy something, that purchase item, we're going to scan it. So we're going to say object get children. I'm going to put that in a list. Local objects. And for number of objects, or for I equals number of objects, let's just say x for now. Number of objects to 1 minus 1, 2. So we're scanning through all the objects like we've done before. We're basically going to say if objects x is, or dot name is equal to button. So we're detecting if it's a button. Then we're going to give it all this stuff right here. And then we're going to call it button objects x. And that should do the ooh, wow, that's an issue, isn't it? Wow. I can't believe that slipped by. Wow, that is button. Alright. That could have been an issue. Alright. So now we're basically going to say when that purchase item is there, we're going to fix buttons purchased item. That should hopefully fix this. So we're gonna play here. Oh man. Now we're gonna purchase. Oh whoops. Man, stupid me. We're gonna purchase this. See, now it has all the markings, which means this should work, and it does. Just like that. Pellet refinery. That doesn't work. It just spawns the statue, but no, we don't have any money. But just like that, we have a way to make progressive buttons. Pretty good. Alright. Interesting. Alright. Let's see if we can do something about what else? We're gonna want more kinds of upgrades. Oh man. Man. Alright. Just a second. Alright. Let's see. Maybe we could give it. Maybe we could give the dispenser some kind of upgrade, maybe, you know? But we're gonna wait a second on that. Actually, we might. I don't know. I think I'm gonna move this down a little bit, just so I can make a little bit more room. Ugh. Actually, scratch that. I'm going to move the button down, but I'm gonna leave that there. Let's move both of these down. Oh, no, I'll just move the whole thing. Fuck it. Oh, pardon my language. We're gonna want more paths. So let's think. Let's make walls. These walls are supposed to have walls, but let's make them into a purchasable thing. I'm gonna put little pads here for it. Oh man. Purchasables, walls. Can't live in your walls if I don't have any walls. Alright, duplicates. Purchase. Walls 1. That's what we're gonna call this, by the way. Oh, I forgot one! Oh, that's annoying! Get in there. Alright. Walls 1. Alright, let's name that. Purchase walls 1. Actually, no, we're just gonna call it walls. I'm debating on changing these two from purchase to buy. Yeah, actually, I just might. That might look a little better. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Buy. Yeah. Oh, come on. Not booty. Beauty. Buy cash collector. Now let's capitalize that C. Alright. So I think the goal of this game is you basically want to get all of the mazes. I don't know if I really made that clear, but we're going to put a victory maze at the end here, which basically gives you the badge for winning. So we're going to have a badge at the end of this that says you win, basically, and you get that by getting the last maze here, basically announcing that, you win, and then we'll just make it a maze that gives you a shit ton of money. Pardon my language, but that's basically the only appropriate way to say that. Now, I want to make some pathing here. So, not for the walls, but we're not going to make it like buyable pathing. We're just thinking of just pathing. One. I don't really have a use for the statue, but I'm going to keep it there for now. What would be in a Pac-Man Tycoon? You really got to think about this kind of thing. Uh, hmm. We could do another maze. That sounds pretty nice. Let's make another maze. Why not? No, whoops. Oh man. Alright. Now, because of this whole maze thing, we're gonna have to make a separate pellet counter. So, pellets, we'll keep that the same for now, but let's make a new maze. We're gonna make this whole thing, so the floor, obviously. I'm thinking like some kind of red. That looks nice. And let's make it a little bigger. Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 8 in this direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, don't do that. And we'll deck that out in just a second, but before we go doing that, I want to kind of put invisible walls on here because I think I forgot to do that. So I'm gonna do that real quick. 0.5. And later we're gonna put these in the skybox so that people can't get out or get to them. We're gonna make these all transparent. We don't want people being able to just walk over because it is called Pac-Man Tycoon. Not really Pac-Man-y of you if you can just walk over maze walls. I'm gonna disable jumping entirely. Well, actually, I'm not sure. I might not, but it depends. It really does depend. All right. Almost had all of it. All right, we're gonna group all this. Put it in its own folder. Folder. Uh, walls too. Nothing too special. That way it's just easily separatable. Let's make these all transparent. Perfect. No more cheating. um, let's get rid of all these. Except that one. Alright. Um, oh, man. Oh, really dying out here, man. Hmm. That looks pretty alright. Let's select all that. Duplicate. Flip it. Alright, now let's put some stuff in the middle here. We don't want people to be here just yet. There we go. That looks pretty good. Duplicates. Oh wow, that's actually kind of cool looking. Alright, we're going to get rid of most of these, obviously. We're going to name this Pellets 2 for Maze 2. Alright. 4. Alright, let's move it all the way down here. Dupe. 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 Perfect. Oops. There we go again, checking Discord. There we go. Now, later we can incorporate like super pellets into this, but that's gonna have to come later. I wouldn't imagine that being the hardest thing to implement, so There we go. Just a little bit more. There we go. Looking good. Perfect. Whoops. Oh, don't do that. Oh man. While we're just kind of doing something so monotonous. Um, I know that a lot of people are just kind of like down from making games because a lot of them believe maybe they just can't make ideas or they can't really, do anything like script or whatever. And it's all a skill that you have to like practice, you know? Like if you want good ideas, just practice having ideas, you know? Do something that, inspiring. Listen to music. Sometimes ideas come from music. I've had a couple of ideas come from music before. There we go. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's not gonna. Some ideas do just come to you naturally, right? But if you really want to just have more and better ideas, you have to, you know, actually push yourself to practice having better ideas. I mean, it's all just practice. And there's some cases where you might have an idea that you really like, but maybe like halfway through, you're just kind of not really sure if it's the greatest idea ever anymore. You know, I've had that happen to me a few times where I just have what I think is the greatest idea I've ever been bestowed upon by my fleshy human brain. And, halfway through, you're like, am I really doing the right thing? And honestly, you're not gonna know the answer to that. I mean, I had to basically search around just talking to people, just kind of asking like, is what I'm doing okay? You know, like, is my idea okay? Am I butchering this? Am I doing it wrong? And honestly, the thing is, an idea is just an idea. There's no wrong way to go about an idea. There are ideas and then there are better ideas, but you're not going to know which what until you just do something. As long as you commit to an idea, you're going to get something out of it. There's no bad idea. Now, not to say that there are people who don't do stupid things or anything. If you really put your thought into it, no idea is bad. But that's not to say that there are actually bad ideas. In some cases, people just do stupid things, like fart simulator. That's a dumb idea. And I know you fart fetishists are seething at the thought of me calling fart simulator bad, but get a life, bozo. But it's just you really just gotta practice if you want to get good at it. And you're not gonna know if an idea is good or not. I don't know if my ideas are good or not. Even like even as experienced as I am with, years of doing this whole developer thing, I still don't know if my ideas are good or not. And you're not really gonna know either. You're just never gonna know. There you go. You could think that an idea is the greatest thing ever, and it just might be, but for all you know, that idea could just be turbo garbage. It could also be the greatest thing ever, like you said, but there's no way to know. You know what I mean? When I make games, usually I get hella positive feedback on my games, right? I have a lot of people who enjoy the things I make, and that's great. I really appreciate everybody who sticks around and supports me for what I do, but it doesn't stop me from, doubting what I do. And so if any of you are just hella doubtful about, what's going on, what you're doing, you're not gonna know the answer. It's a sucky truth, but it's the truth. Like personally, this idea that I'm doing right now, literally making in front of you, could potentially just flop. I have no way of guaranteeing that this is gonna work, that people are gonna play my game and like it. You know, I have no way of guaranteeing that I'm not just gonna get smited by the long cock of Roblox, for something that I did without realizing it. It's just how it is. It's a cold truth. You're just not gonna know. There we go. Let's oh, move that there. I mean, if you just stick to an idea, regardless if it's a bad idea or not, you will get something out of it, and it's just a matter of sticking to it. I see people who drop ideas all the time because they'll start working on an idea and they get doubtful of, is that idea really something they want to do? Or they just go years upon years without really any kind of success, you know, despite all their hard work. And it really gets to you. It really does, because I've been there. Just not having any kind of success from your constant efforts, and you just start getting doubtful about, am I really doing this right? All I have to say is just keep pushing. Honestly, yeah, I guarantee you that regardless of what game you're making, you'll probably find a player base for the thing that you're doing. Well, whether it be a small player base or a popular, huge one like Arsenal or something. But you have to keep in mind that even with larger player bases, when you have larger player bases, a lot of your player base tends to be younger children, and that kind of leads to a less active community. Like, don't get me wrong, Arsenal, for an example here, they have a huge community, right? But the majority of their player base are basically kids, you know what I mean? And it's because of that where it's kind of hard to, like, a lot of them just kind of act like kids, you know? And so if you're someone like me who's, a part of the older part of the community, it's kind of hard to really get with people your age to like talk about things, that people from your age might enjoy talking about. Like me personally, I like talking about things from yesteryear, older Roblox. Like this Tycoon, for example, it's very retro-y, obviously. But if I tried doing that to someone from Arsenal, they might just miss the whole thing entirely. Just over their head. Not to say they're dumb, but they just don't come from that kind of period from time, you know. But their player base is, huge because of it, which is good for them. Good for them. But me personally, I have a player base and my player base is really small. But on that note, I know just about every player in my player base personally. I welcome every player in my player base personally. When somebody joins the Discord, I welcome them personally. You won't get that kind of thing in something like Arsenal because there's just so many people that it's not that the owner doesn't care, but it's that the owner, there's just so many people. And there's so many people that if the owner even welcomed everybody personally, it'd be like there's a good chance that the majority of them just won't even respond because they're just too young to really understand what's going on. While the people in my server, albeit some of them are pretty young, they they're pretty competent people, They're pretty smart, Not to say that people are, in other servers are dumb, but I have people who are older, basically. Like a lot more people who are older. You know, it's a much higher kind of range of older people compared to younger people that you would find in any other server. Because I guarantee in Arsenal, you go into that server and you'd probably find at least like if you had a way to find out if someone was lying about their age, I guarantee you the majority of them would probably be like 12, just lying about their age, and they really shouldn't be on Discord at that age anyways. But you know, if they're lying, does Arsenal even have a Discord? I don't know, but I'm just using them as an example here because I know it's a very popular game with younglings. Hello, fellow kids. Oh, let's name this maze 2. Perfect. Alright, let's go make a little purchase button for it. We're gonna put this in here. Oof, man. Maze 2 teleport. Purchase maze 2 entrance. Why doesn't this have any head? What? Oh, dumb. There we go. Nope. But I guarantee you, if you stick to an idea, you will find a player base. It's just, please just stick to it. It's grueling. There goes my headset. Let me check the battery. Yeah, the batteries are fine. Sorry about that. But it's grueling. There's a lot of self-doubt, but just stick with it. You'll get there. It's really just a matter of sticking to it. Sometimes it can take ages to just make a game, but sometimes you just gotta take ages to make a game. It's honestly just how it is. Script. Oh, sorry. Maze 2. Oh, we don't have any pads in this one, don't we? Oh, we do. They're just not in the right spot. Oh, that's weird. Why are they all duplicated? What? Oh, I must have selected them when I'm dumb. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's give this a shot. I'm gonna leave it free. I mean, I guarantee that, you know, if you just stick to shit, it sticks eventually. Ah, why didn't that work? Oh, pfft, I'm dumb. Well, no, even then, that should have still worked. Okay, Maze 2 teleport. Purchase. Maze 2 teleport. Why didn't that work? That's a part of Maze 1. Teleport. Should have been there. That should have worked. I don't know why that didn't work. Let's group that together. Uh, teleporter. Let's group this together too. Oops. Teleporter. I'm not really sure why that didn't work. Oh my god. Okay, get rid of that button. That's probably just an error. I'm stupid. Okay, button. Hmm. Okay, let me play here real quick. Oh, there we go. What's up? Script parent set network ownership. Well, it's not anchored. It's actually anything but anchored. I guess I gotta put like a wait for child or something. That's kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Um, repeats until, or repeat, waits until is descendant of workspace. Basically, we're just gonna wait, forcibly wait until it's a part of workspace. Now, my concern is, why did I think it was anchored? Because it's not welded or anchored. It's just kind of there, you know? So I'm not entirely sure about what to do for that. I mean, that's like the best fix I can really muster up right now. I'm gonna put the fix in here too. And just hope that works. Because that's a pretty annoying issue, honestly. Seems to worked. Owner's not a. Oh my god. Oh, okay, I got it. Oh my god. Alright. Thanks, Windows. Appreciate it. Go, gee, I don't know. Today at like, what, fucking 9 p.m.? Get out of here. Alright, let's go back. Alright, that's great. Alright, let's try the other one. Okay, now we don't have the second pellet setup done yet, so these shouldn't, obviously not gonna work. We can't jump over these anymore, which is good. That's mildly annoying. What the fuck? What happened here? It's unanchored! What? It's just this one part, really? Everything else is perfectly fine, but this one singular part is unanchored. That is so annoying. That is really annoying. Okay, let me guess. Is it not a part of the, Why isn't this a part? Why isn't this anchored? Is it this one? No. So why isn't it anchored? What? Huh? Huh? Why is it just anchored? It's just completely unanchored for no reason. I'm so confused. But why? All of these are anchored, so how the hell did that happen? Oh, there you go again. Whoops. Anyhow, we're gonna just get the pellets working, and then we're gonna call it a day for this episode. And I'm gonna pick this up in a bit afterwards. But first, we're gonna quickly put some more pellet managers up. Um, I just realized I make a backup of the pellets locally. I don't really need to do that. I think I'm stupid. Um, we're gonna do this for. Okay, let me just pellets equals pellets 2, and then we're basically just gonna pellet list equals pellets 2. What? No. And then we're gonna do it again right here. Now, actually, we're gonna fix this a little bit. Um, we're gonna say function new pellet, and then we're gonna change this. That way, we could say pellets child added connect new pellet. And that way, instead of pasting this whole thing, we could just paste this. Um, so we're gonna quickly test this. So we're basically just gonna stand here. We're gonna wipe all the pellets out of the first one, refresh it, see if they still work. All right. Oh, we didn't make a thing that refreshes the second pellet, so that's an issue already. We're gonna fix that in a second. But while we're here, we're still gonna test these. Perfect. All right. Now we need the server pellet manager. Put that there. All right. Pellets list equals pellets 2. Ugh, God. Mm, um, we're gonna put a parent here, and actually selected pellets. And then backup pellets backup. All right, there we go. So now we're going to say the exact same thing, but for here. All right, that should do it. So we're going to play here. All right. Get all these pellets. Clear all of them. Should we make new ones? They work? Great. All right. Just take me. Just drag me. There we go. These work now. That's great. Now we're gonna all right. Pellets 2. We're gonna get rid of all these. There's a lot more pellets. They didn't refresh. Did I? I refreshed pellets 1. I took a backup of pellets 1, didn't I? I did! Well, that means it works. We just had to change the name, so that's fine. So, well, it works basically, so hooey. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these, maze 1, maze 2, and I'm thinking that we basically just going to move them off to the side real far away. And we're going to keep them all lined up like this because I think that looks pretty. We're just going to keep them all lined up out here. Now, let's see if we can find ourselves a nice skybox. Let's just type in Pac-Man and see what happens. Ooh, how pretty. It's not the greatest skybox. Actually, it is pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. That is the sun. Why is the sun here? We're gonna put that away. We're gonna disable the sun. Size equals 0. Size equals 60! Ah! No, but that should be all of it. Let's put the sun directly above us, like so. Now, I have a plugin for this, so if I would recommend getting this plugin. It basically lets you adjust the sun like this. You can't see the sun right now because I turned it invisible, but the sun's at my fingertips. If I turn this on, actually, see that? Woo! Oh my god, that looks so fucking cool. Look at that. But we're gonna keep the sun on. Bottom. I think that's centered enough. Actually, I'm gonna keep it here. Alright. Very nice. Let's try this other Pac-Man skybox, actually, before we do this. Oh, that is so nicer! Oh, look at that! Alright, let's disable the sun. That looks really... Oh, shit. I forgot I had the plugin enabled. We're going to click that again so it turns it off. Alright. My phone is blowing up. Alright, well, I think that concludes our episode 5, I believe this is. Also, what the fuck is that? Ew. That concludes episode 5, and I think I'm going to leave this here. We made, just going to recap real quick, we made a new maze, made a second teleporter, we made a pellet refinery. Oh, this does not look good over here. I'll have to fix the lighting in a bit. It's fine though. Um, Actually, let me do that now. I'll just make the sun a little higher. It's fine. We made a pellet refinery. We made progressive purchases with this path. We fixed this goddamn thing. Made a second teleport over here. So, made walls buyable. So we did a lot today, actually. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hooey!